So, welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. We're in the second week of April because it's April 14th. I had to think about that for a minute. So this week we're using vertical lines from the tic-tac-toe that I devised. I'm today going to do live the masculine, a free-for-all, and the dry embossing, and I've done the other two already. So overachieving yet again. So I'll show you quickly what I've done. So this was my first one. I'll hold it sort of like that. Hopefully you can see. So this was my squares, ribbon, and a minimum of 2 layers.
Lovely.
And I threw a bit of an embossing in there as well because I sort of got muddled up. But hey, so I think that covers all of them on that one. So I basically cut all these squares individually and then sort of actually washi tape them together so that when I put it through the embossing folder that they did actually stay as a one piece. I decided I wasn't going to emboss and then try and cut it. So that was the first one. And then the other one, which is the shades of blue, the coloured image and the sparkly gems, is this one.
Cute. Oh.
So I've got my blue here. So I've got Pool Party, Lost Lagoon and Balmy Blue. I've got some little shiny pearls. And this has got Balmy Blue, Pool Party and Lost Laguna on it as well. Some edges you can see I might have gone a bit too heavy-handed, but hey. So that's that. So those were my two that I've done already, which leaves me, as I said, to do the masculine, the free-for-all and the dry embossing. So I think, Joanna, you said that you were doing shades of blue, wasn't it?
I'm going to do shades of blue, coloured image and sparkly gems.
Carol, which one are you doing?
I'm going to use the squares, ribbon and minimum of 2 layers.
Oh, okay. So, oh wow, that's a mix of change. All three of us are doing something different.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No idea what I'm doing there. Got to be honest.
And as I said, I mentioned earlier, no Hilary, no Trisha today, and Carol, the other Carol, may join us a little bit later. So I've dived into my supplies, trying to figure out what I can do for masculine. And although this is supposed to be for weddings, I'm actually just going to use the car for mine today. And I don't have, oh, and I have got to do some dry embossing as well, haven't I? Which I know I did have it. But I'm going to use the embossed brick as well. I've got my 2 stamps for my car. And I'm guessing that you two are just going to make a start and carry on. And then I'm just going to sort of do all my stamping and everything. And then I'll turn the video off for us and so that I can then put it all together. If that's okay with you two. Is that okay? Right. So couldn't decide what colour car. I've got a blue, but I'm not sure yet whether I'm actually going to use it or whether I'm going to get something different. Do have a piece of white cardstock, piece of crumb cake, and a piece of early espresso. So all 3 of those are Stampin' Up colours. So I'm going to make my base card quickly because I didn't do that ahead of time today. So I'm going to cut this A4 in half on the long side at 14.9 or thereabouts. Turn it and score it at 10.5 centimetres. So that creates my base card. Like so. I'm going to use the crumb cake. So the crumb cake I'm going to use, and I'm going to try a technique which I have to be honest, I've not had that much success with in the past, simply because I'm a little bit too heavy-handed. So we're going to see how this goes. But I'll have another piece of crumb cake set aside just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, I make a bit of a boo-boo. Well, we'll have to wait and see. So that needs to be 10 centimetres by 14.4. Like that. I'm then going to get my embossing folder, which I'm going to cut this for the inside as well. So again, that needs to be 10 by 14.4, and then the rest I can use for stamping. So that's just going to go on the inside of my card. So, and I think that's pretty much all the cutting I do need to do. And as I said, I'm going to be very brave. This could be something good, or it could be something really a bit not so good. I'm going to actually take my ink to the embossing folder. I think I can do it the other way around as well. I can emboss and then take the ink to the raised sections. And I'm not quite sure which is the best way to go. Any suggestions? Anyone tried this?
I haven't actually. I'll be interested to see how it works.
I've had it go at embossing first and then ink, and ended up with this.
Oh, well, I'm going to try that. So just bear with me for 2 seconds whilst I go and emboss this quickly. I would bring the machine over, but quite frankly, I don't have enough space. I'm back. So that's it embossed. You can just,
Oh, that's pretty.
and this is the raised section. So that's the side I'm going to apply the ink to. And I'm going to use crumb cake again. So it's tone on tone. And hopefully it won't make too much of a mess. As I said, it could be, and I'm not going to be too heavy-handed with it. So I am literally just running an edge over it. What do you reckon? That's quite good, actually.
Nice. Very nice.
Interesting.
Right. Okay. I'm happy with that. That will be good. So that's going to sit on here like that. Put that to one side. I'm going to bring back that white piece that I had. That is the scrap piece. This is the stamp. So I'm going to stamp this, see how big it is. So it'd be okay. Stamp this on here using Memento. This stamp is actually two-step stamping. So I'm using the Memento for the outline. She says, get the Memento on there. I think I might just have to read that. I'm going to stamp that like so. Make sure that I've actually putting enough pressure on the middle as well, because I'm not going to have an opportunity to actually re-stamp that. So I don't have it in my stamp positioner. And then I'm going to use this one to do the colour. So that's the main body. And then there are 2 other bits. So that's for the windows. And those are for the tyres. I don't think there's a bumper in this.
I always find it hard to line those up.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think you just have to have a steady hand and be directly above it. There's no point in trying to do it when you're at arm's length to it. That's the problem. Now, what am I going to do? What colours am I going to do? So I got blueberry bushel out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, nice.
Could be interesting. So let's see. It may not be everybody's first choice when it comes to car colours. I have to admit, though, I do like blue cars. I'm always saying to George, next car, can we have a blue one?
And what did he say?
And then what do we get? Boring silver. He does well, you need to think about selling it on, and not everybody likes blue.
Oh, really? Is it that much of an issue, he thinks?
Oh, I don't know, quite frankly.
Because
Right, so
I keep mine long enough that by the time I sell it, the people don't care what colour it is.
right. Okay, so when it comes to using this stamp, you've got these two little windowy bits at the bottom, and you've also got the window bit at the top. So long as you line those up, you should be good to go. Like that. Oh,
wow. Well done.
that's turned out quite nicely.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. I think I'm going to have to use some blends as well. So I think I'm going to have to do the bumpers and the surround in a sort of a silvery colour. Going to do the tyres in, what am I using here? I think it's grey, basic grey. So I'm not going for black to do the tyres. That's that one. I'm glad you can only see 2 tyres, and I haven't got to try and do 4. I think that might just be a little bit too much. So the window, I think I'm going to do that in smoky slate, but I am going to stamp off because I don't want it dark. Ugh. She says that she's just put her finger in it. Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of colour. That's very subtle. Okay, so what leaves me to do? It leaves me to do the bumper, the lights, and the surround. So I'm thinking bumper and the surround in smoky slate, and the lights, what do you reckon? Orange or red?
Red,
Actually,
because it's stopping for you to catch up with it.
yeah, but rear lights are usually orange, aren't they?
That's true. Well, it depends whether they're indicating or stopping.
Well, I don't know because they haven't got enough lights here anyway. So it's a bit of a moot point. Right, I'm going to get that. Let's see. Let's pull these and see what happens. Bit of a mixture here. Don't think I want Calypso coral. About a light pumpkin pie.
I was going to say, what about pumpkin pie stamped off or something? Oh, you just colouring it. Oh, no,
Well, yeah, because there isn't a stamp for it.
that looks nice, though. That looks great.
Yeah.
So that's that bit. And then I don't want a dark smoky slate. I think I want a light one. a light smoky slate. I'm just going to do that for the, I think I might have to use the other way. Well, that's that. And then, oh, I don't know. Well, that's kind of the bumper there. I have to go pick the one that's kind of running out. It is. That's bad. Maybe this is going to have to be the dark smoky slate. Oh, I think that'll work. What do you reckon, ladies?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
think that works.
Yeah.
That was the light. See if I can get some. Okay. Wow. That's my colouring done. That's not bad, is it? Quite quick.
Zooming on, aren't you?
I know. I'm even impressed with myself.
It's always a good thing.
Yeah. And the nice thing is this has got a dies with it, so at least I can then. Well, you know what I've just found?
Oh.
This has got extra bits in it.
The windows.
I'm not sure that I'm going to do that.
You
I think
can
I'm just going to
actually
do.
take the wind. You could have taken the windows out.
Yes, you could have
If you
gone
wanted to
completely
do.
nuts with this and done
Yeah.
silver foil
No,
for the,
no, I think no.
the chrome and. Oh, look, there's the bumper. I'm just going to cut the outline out. So I will be back again in 2 seconds. So that's my car.
Lovely.
I've got him facing the wall. I don't know, do I put that down there so it does look like he's facing the wall? And do I make it... Or do we go nuts and do it that way? But then the bricks are going the wrong way. Maybe I should have thought that one out. I actually quite like it that way.
Yeah, I quite like that way, actually.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to quite put it down the bottom. I think I'm going to have to go and do this one again, aren't I? This embossing.
Mm.
But the second time round it doesn't do as well. Oh, I nearly put it in the wrong way as well. Which is not good. So that was the whole reason for me doing it again. So now I've got my bricks going. horizontally. But I do need to get that ink pad out again. That was a dye going. Let's try this again. Nearly. I think this is going to make this at the bottom, so it's going to be a bit darker down here. All the muck gathers at the bottom of the bricks. No, I've got that so that it. Okay, so where's my car? So that's my car. Oh yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So that's going to be the basis of my car. I need to find a sentiment to put on there as well. So I will actually turn off the video for a minute or two, and then we will be back with you and you can follow what we've all created. All right, so I'll be back in, well, we'll be back in a few minutes or so. All right, so we're back, we're finished. And I've just removed the spotlight from my card, and I'm just going to remove it because I'll share it in a second. All right, Joanna, would you like to share what you have
This is my
produced?
Flying Dutchman.
Oh, that's really nice.
And I've got Wink of Stella on the dark bits.
Nice.
And I've got 2 shadowed birds that I just did in Versamark. They do come up, but they won't show, I think, for you.
Whereabouts?
And then we got a little verse in the middle.
Okay, where are the birds?
The birds are up here.
Oh, okay. I think
In
it's
the
one of the ones that, yeah, you'll be able to
Yeah.
see them better. But that's a good idea because that's paper, isn't it?
That's paper.
Yeah.
And behind it is the back of the paper, which was dark blue.
Right. Nice.
And I thought if I did some vellum, then he would look a bit ghostly.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. That's really, really nice. So that was stamped on vellum?
Yes.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I stamped him this morning so that he would be dry by this afternoon.
Yes, that's the only problem with stamping on vellum is it can take a while to dry. But well, you can always use the heat gun.
Hadn't thought of that.
Well, there you go. You learned something now.
Always learning. Always learning.
Well, nice one, Joanna. I really like that one.
Yeah,
right.
Nice.
Oh, Carol, would you like to share yours? Even if it is green. Oh, nice.
Like that. And what column was this?
This was the one on the left-hand side.
So it was square ribbon
and layers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, lovely.
That's very pretty.
Yeah. What's your flower?
That's the it's from Magnolia Mood.
All right, I don't have that one.
From that one.
Right.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It is pretty.
Yeah, I like that.
And the green sets off the pink beautifully.
Well, yes. I'm trying to convince myself.
Okay, so I will remove the spotlight from you, and I will put it back on my messy work spot. So that's my card.
Lovely.
It's worked well. It's worked really well.
So I put some Wink of Stella on the windows and on the lights. And then that was just blends, and then the rest of them obviously were stamps. And then I used that first piece that I stamped and inked, and I cut a piece and put it on the inside.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So the bricks are the right way for that, and they are the right way for that. They're not going up and down. They are going from side to side. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think it really needs embellishments because it's supposed to be masculine. So So
And
there's that one.
sometimes, but I mean, it has numerous layers with
Yep.
with the coloured on the bricks and the various bits.
Yep. So there we go. That's all three.
Nice.
So that's all of the cards.
And also
And
very different, aren't they?
Yep.
are you going to put those up online?
They will go. Well, pictures of these will all be up on
At the end of the
on
month?
the video, and then they'll go on Facebook over the
Ah,
week.
that's my problem. I don't do Facebook. Oh.
And I'll try and pin them elsewhere.
And particularly the one you did last week with the squares with this bit, because I liked that, and I thought I would have a go at
The squares with little bits. Oh,
well, the square and the ship that you did last week
okay.
with the blues. And that's what sent me into this. But then I thought
So that one.
yes, and I really like that. And I thought, and because I've got the stamp set, I thought I could have a go at
Yeah.
making that.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
That's all right. So let me stop the recording now. So actually next week is Easter, isn't it?
It is Easter Monday.
It is.
But I'm still going to do Monday. So if you want to join me, that would be great. And if you can't because of family commitments, then fine. That's not a problem.
If I'm around,
because
I will do it. But
next week we're supposed to be doing. Oh, heck. Where
Is it 4 corners or a diagonal one?
3 out of the 4 corners.
Right.
Right.
But if you, well, yeah, guys, I thought if we did 3 out of the 4 corners, because that then gives you more of a choice.
Yeah.
Not do one. Okay. So, right, I'm going to stop the recording now. So have a good week.
And you.
And you.